Story time. This is one from my days of living in LA when my girlfriend cheated on me with I don't even know if we're gonna have to call him a D-list celebrity. He one of them people that just been like famous by association mostly. Well, okay, I ain't gonna take this man. I ain't gonna discredit what this man has done, but it's around like 2000, probably 2011, 2012. I'm living in LA. I'm dating a white woman. This is the story that taught me pretty much like you are who you hang with. Period. Strippers don't hang with nuns. The only strippers that hanging with nuns, them nuns got to be inspired to be strippers. You know what I'm saying? When I met the friend that my girl started hanging out with, I got 304 vibes instantly. I'm talking about, you could tell how she would dress. Now, ladies, don't come in my comments talking about a woman can dress how she wants, and that's an expression. But it's all implication. You can wear what you want to wear. That's the same thing I tell my daughter. You can wear what you want to wear. Go out there naked if you want. But you can't get upset when you attract perverts with their nakedness. But anyway, the one when I see one. So either my girl is one or inspiring to be one in my mind. So I'm like, let me just pay attention. Let me peep the scene. I'm not really one of those controlling people. At the time, I wasn't hip to the girls' nights out. I didn't know, what really went down. I'm thinking it's innocent. Y'all going out having drinks, and sometimes it is, but for the most part, come on, man. Y'all know y'all be with the deviousness, man. Somebody in the crew, no matter how good everybody's intentions are, you know what I mean? So I'm at work, and I used to work security. And she was going out with her girl one night. So the club they supposed to be going to was right next to where I work. Club in LA closed at 2. I get off at 2. So it was a match made in heaven. Now I knew she had to take old girl home. I knew that. So I was like, all right, run your friend home. I could just lollygag, shoot that pee with my coworkers. Come grab me when you get out, when you drop her off. She like, bet. So it come time for me to get off work. It's about 1:45. Now, I know I don't hear from her. Then she texts me right at 2, and she's like, hey, we out here waiting for the valet to bring the car, so I might be a few minutes late. Now, good thing about where I live, where I worked, it was probably about a 15-minute walk. The only part of the walk that was shitty. So I wasn't trying to make that walk. But anyway, push comes to shove, and I end up having to walk. You know this. So it's just this energy she giving me through these text messages. She's being short. She's not being really, it's like a roundabout. So I get to the house. It's about 3:15 now. Ain't no clubs open. So she calls me. She's like, hey, babe, me and my friend are headed to my house because her parents didn't open the door. So we're going to get to my house and I'll call you when I get home. I know, just my gut, just that instinct you get by being a human being was telling me something about this story though. It's just, it ain't making no sense. Y'all was just going to take her home in Hollywood, and her folks didn't answer the door. Why she ain't got no key? She grown. It's just so many questions I have. But I also knew this was the last time I was about to hear from her for the night. It's about 3:30, 3:45. She's like, I'm gonna call you when I get home. I'm like, okay, cool. I hang up the phone. 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock roll around, 6 o'clock roll around. Now I gotta be to work at like 11. So I'm like, either I can sit up looking out the window like an old school R&B album, or I can take my butt to bed. Regardless, there's nothing I can do. If she's out getting to the face, it's going down already, or it's already happened. Nothing I can do. Went to sleep. Woke up about 10 a.m. Still no call. I'm like, dang. So at this point, I'm like, all right. Now at this point, I've already went through all the range of emotions, what you feel when you feel your girl is being dishonest. I've been mad. I've rationalized everything. I've killed her a few times. Oh, she died. Yeah, she had a car accident. That's what happened. I'm watching the news. I got to be to work at 11. Now, I was doing tours. I was a tour guide at the time. So I get on the train to go to work. My phone rings. You know how you ever be so mad when you be like, man, I ain't answering this phone. I'm going to do what she did, but she going to have to wait all day. As soon as the phone rings, you like, where the hell you been? Bro, the story I got. My friend and I were headed home. And Ray J, Brandy little brother Ray J, called the friend and said, hey, I'm at a hotel in Hollywood. Come hang out. Now, I know what goes on at 3 o'clock in the morning at a hotel. I know what goes on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at a hotel. Come on, bro. The story was Ray J calls them. The friend, they go back to his hotel. Now, my girl at the time lived in Palos Verdes, which is like Long Beach, pretty much. It's just the rich part of Long Beach. Anybody who know that area, it's like a 45-minute drive, give or take, to LA from Palos Verdes, depending on how that traffic flowing. So you got your mom been bitching at you about gas and miles on the car, but you got all the way to Palos Verdes and turned around and went back. So I hit her with that question. I said, well, why? Why all of a sudden your phone? Why you couldn't just call me and tell me why you couldn't drop her off and come to me? I was in Hollywood. She said, well, I was tired. I said, well, when y'all got to his hotel, what did you do? She said, I went and slept on the couch while she went in the room with him. Baby girl, when I met you, I already had to look past your reputation and try to see things for what it was. You already had the rep of... That's my fault, though. That's my fault. Young fellas, hey, anybody young, not as experienced with relationships, when you see the red flags, run, brother, run. They don't turn green. So I'm like, okay, well, where was your phone? How did I miss the I'm safe text her? She said, I left my phone in the valet. I said, well, what kind of phone needs a parking spot? What case? I ain't never had pay for no parking spot with my Android or my iPhone. I never got the truth out of her. I didn't need to. Didn't need to. It wasn't that she messed around. Technically, I had kind of broke up with her that week. We were kind of going through something. So she was really free to do what she wanted to do, you know. I just say she cheated because she was trying to kick both sides, you know what I mean? Still trying to come back. And we ended up working things out. It wasn't that she cheated. It was who she cheated with. I'm like, you cheated with Ray J. It is no perks. I thought women cheated up. It is no perks. No perks to cheating with Ray J. This dude ain't got no albums. He ain't doing no tour, no show. Brandy ain't even doing no show. We can't even get in the Brandy show. There's no perks. We couldn't even got in the verses that he just did a few weeks ago for free. Like, so ladies, what did we learn? If you go cheat, y'all are the best apparently, right? At cheating up, finding the rich man. At least cheat with somebody that put an album out in the last decade, man. Come on, man. That's why I never told nobody. I couldn't tell nobody my girl cheated with Ray J. I had to lie. But like, Ray, man, what happened to your relationship? Man, my girl cheated with Kobe Bryant, bro.